In today's episode of No Sweet Talk, I'm going to talk about a few of my own experiments about sugar, or rather, not having sugar. And at the outset, let me first thank my family, my wife and my daughters, my parents, and my extended family. Also, my friends, my colleagues at work, and my uh, students also for supporting me in all these experiments. Some of the published work or presented work you have heard before from all my colleagues and my students. However, I want to now talk about some experiments that haven't yet been published or presented anywhere because they are rather my personal experiments. So, to start with, back in 2015, uh, soon after the declaration of WHO guidelines of less than 10% energy should be available from sugar in the foods that we consume, I decided that now it's time that we act on the guidelines. It's not just enough to educate people, or now the awareness has to be spread. That's true. However, it's time for action. And one of the things that I thought was, why not celebrate birthdays without sugar? And thus, in the same year, that is 9th October 2015, 9th October happens to be my birthday, I decided to celebrate it as No Sugar Day. So I declared it to my family, my friends, and my colleagues and my students at work. And initially, some of them laughed at me and said, "Oh, that means you won't cut any cakes on your birthdays." I said, "No." Then they asked me, "Oh, you won't give any chocolates on your birthdays?" I said, "Absolutely no." Then they said, "Oh, you're not going to give us any party that will have any desserts." I said, "No." Then what kind of a birthday is that? I said, "First of all, I am not really that young that I should celebrate my birthdays. However, if I celebrate a birthday, I want to give a small message through it that we can enjoy birthdays without these sugary foods consumed or presented to each other on that day." And I also made a request to my family, my friends, and my students and colleagues that if you observe my birthday as No Sugar Day, I would be really happy. That's what will make me really happy. And you can keep a DP or a status on WhatsApp uh, as No Sugar Day. And let us spread this message around to make more people aware of something like No Sugar Day. And maybe they will become curious and they will ask us, what is this No Sugar Day and why are we observing it? And I told them that if they observe this day as No Sugar Day, I would be happy to make a small donation to a charity on behalf of all those who support me. On my first such No Sugar Day birthday, that was 9th October 2015, some 30 to 40 of my family, my friends, and my students and colleagues observed the No Sugar Day. And subsequently, for the next 5 birthdays, I maintained the same strategy. I remember earlier I would cut 3 or 4 cakes, one at my house, one in the clinic, one at the college, and sometimes my neighbors or my friends would also get a birthday cake and I would cut them. And not just that, we all would have a party with various sweets and desserts. But all that changed in the last 5 or 6 years. And you won't believe, I have cut things like watermelon or dhokla on my birthdays, and we have all enjoyed that. In fact, it was all great fun because it was something different. Aren't birthdays monotonous or repetitive these days? Cutting the same type of cakes or similar cakes, having the same kind of fun. It's rather different when we celebrate it as No Sugar Day. If you like this concept of celebrating a birthday as No Sugar Day, please do let me know. And if you are able to observe it yourself and promote it to others, I'll be more than happy. Please let me know if you think of doing something like this.